What's up, guys? I'm doing another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and in today's video we're going to be talking kind of about the state of the community right now and about Black Ops 4, the Black Ops 4 subreddit, and Activision's newest marketing and stuff, and issues with the Black Ops Pass. So for this video, I am going to be having some Black Ops 3 gameplay in the background just because I feel like it'd be kind of boring to have you guys sit here and just watch me talk about this, so at least you guys can watch some Black Ops 3 gameplay. So let's hop right into it. So right now the community is really upset with Activision and Treyarch for the backlash of the Black Ops Pass. So the Black Ops Pass is really what's causing all of these issues and stuff. So if you guys haven't heard about what the Black Ops Pass is, I've made other videos on my channel kind of detailing that, but I'm going to give a brief little overview right now. So Black Ops Pass is this year's season pass. So I've heard rumors that it's called the Black Ops Pass because it's not actually going to be, a season's pass. So it's not going to be just one season, because as we've seen with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, these Call of Duty games aren't just a typical one-year cycle. We've had Black Ops 2, which was played all the way up until Black Ops 3 and even beyond. Now it's pretty much modded to death, so rest in peace Black Ops 2. But for Black Ops 3, we had Infinite Warfare that came out after, and a lot of people skipped Infinite Warfare and just stuck with Black Ops 3 because they didn't like Infinite Warfare. So Treyarch had to support Black Ops 3 for another year. And then also for World War II for this year, a lot of people haven't loved World War II, so people are going back to Black Ops 3 for another year. And so this is obviously why they've released Zombies Chronicles. They have never released a DLC like that in Call of Duty history that was outside of the traditional year or season pass or season of that Call of Duty game. They've never put out a DLC map pack past that year's cycle. So they've always released, 4 map packs on the next year. So the game came out, so Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. They released all 4 map packs in 2013. Ghost came out in 2013. They released all 4 map packs in 2014, and so on and so forth. Well, obviously, Activision Treyarch had to change that up because most people didn't like these new Call of Duty games, so they're going back and they're sticking with the Treyarch games. So that's one rumor that I've heard about the Black Ops Pass, is that they'll be spreading out some DLC and they'll be continually supporting the game over the next couple of years. And even Treyarch has said that themselves, that it's not going to be just a one-year thing. It's not going to be just, until the next Call of Duty game, until Modern Warfare 4 or whatever. It's not going to be just until then and then they're done. They are going to be supporting Black Ops 4 until their next Call of Duty game that comes out, or just whatever, They're just going to keep doing it, and they've even said that they're not done supporting Black Ops 3 yet. So that's one reason why I've heard that it's called the Black Ops Pass, but essentially it is a Seasons Pass. It's the same general concept. It includes 4 zombies maps. This time it includes 12 multiplayer maps instead of 16, so that's unfortunate. It includes some blackout characters and stuff, as well as some zombies stuff and other things in there. You get that classified zombies experience and a few other little multiplayer and game things, but overall, it's just like the Season Pass from other Call of Duty games. It's just called something different. And this is something that a lot of people are upset about because, one, we've heard rumors and stuff. I even made a video about Black Ops 4 having free DLC. We thought that this was going to be the year where we have free DLC because pretty much every other game out now and that's coming out has changed their monetization policies and stuff. So they've changed it so that their games don't do supply drops, DLC map packs, and microtransactions. So they'll usually pick one of those 3 or 2 of those 3. Call of Duty has been doing all 3 of those. So if you look at a game like Fortnite, you don't have, a Seasons Pass on there. Everybody gets the same map. You don't have to pay extra for any of these other maps. Doesn't segment the player base. You just pay for skins and other things in that game. Other games like Battlefront 2 have even sparked legislation changes because of that, because of their loot box system in there. And most games have kind of started shying away from loot boxes and stuff, and from not necessarily microtransactions. Microtransactions are still a very big part of gaming, but mostly away from these DLC maps. And they, they'll still make them, but they usually give them away for free. So Call of Duty has been doing all 3 big ones, all 3 monetization ways, with the microtransactions, with DLC map packs, and also with loot boxes. Well, since we're going to have COD points in Black Ops 4, we're going to have loot boxes. I guarantee you with Blackout, and since it is a Call of Duty game, we're going to have microtransactions in there. And now we're confirmed that we're going to have DLC map packs. We're going to have all 3 of them back again, but The issues with the Black Ops Pass are just really substantial. It's a really kind of outdated concept, and it's made headlines on so many different gaming websites and stuff just because the community is outraged by it, that Activision is so outdated by still using this model. And I personally, I have opinions about this, that I don't think it's a great idea for them to do it. I understand, yes, they're a business, they want to make money and stuff, but at the same time, I feel like they should be adaptive to the community and to just gaming in general, and see that, oh, everybody else is, going in this direction. We should stop doing this old way, because obviously people aren't liking it, we're losing fans, and we're going to be losing players, so we should just go where the money is. Obviously, they're just trying to milk the game instead of going where they can get more players, Fortnite is free to play. That's why it has so many players. That's why it has millions and millions of players, instead of a game like Call of Duty where you're paying $60 for the base game, paying $50 for the season pass, and then you're paying $20 for supply drops, paying $10 for camos and cosmetics and microtransactions and stuff. People don't want to be nickeled and dimed. They just want to play a game, and that's why free-to-play games are so hugely successful, is because they're free, there's no barrier to entry, and the way they make money is by microtransactions. So those players who want to buy things in the game or open up supply drops or whatever, they can do it. But that's okay, because the base game is free to play. And obviously, Call of Duty is not going to go free to play anytime soon, but they should really just change that model. So if you're already going to charge people $60 for the game, and you're going to charge people for COD points and for microtransactions, then get rid of the DLC model. Quit splitting up the player base. But overall, that's not kind of the direction I wanted to take this video. The direction of this video that I wanted to take is talking about the BlackOps4 community right now. And if you guys go on the BlackOps4 subreddit, it is just a nightmare currently, because all it is just complaints after complaints after complaints about the Black Ops Pass. And yeah, a lot of it is warrant of complaining, and I've complained a little bit in this video about it. I think it's dumb. And another thing that's kind of bad about the Black Ops Pass is that it has the Back to Black maps that are exclusive to PlayStation and are also exclusive behind a pre-order of Black Ops 4. So one, it's really dumb that they're excluding their Xbox and PC players, and they're just screwing them out of this map pack entirely. But it's another thing that they're also screwing their player base and their fans by having it be, if you only pre-order the game digitally on PSN, and even that, there's nobody playing the playlist. Like, you guys can check out right here. This is how many people are actually playing the playlist. There's nobody. Nobody is playing this because nobody has pre-ordered the game, and nobody wants to be playing these maps against, all these super sweaties. And if they would just release it as a normal map pack, sure, it would suck, but at least everybody could participate. Xbox players could participate, PC players could participate, but instead they lock it behind a pre-order of Black Ops 4. And that's just stupid, and that's, something I covered in a separate video. But the whole community is just so upset about this that for the past several days, all you can see on that subreddit is just something about the Black Ops Pass, Black Ops Pass this, Black Ops Pass that. And it's really annoying and frustrating because, yeah, we get it. It sucks. And obviously it's not a good thing that they're having the Black Ops Pass. But when the whole community is just so outraged by this, I'm just like, what are you doing? If you hate this model, then don't buy the game. Okay? Get off the Black Ops 4 subreddit, stop complaining about it, and just don't buy the game. Put your money where your mouth is. So don't buy Black Ops 4, don't support this model, leave it at that. Everybody's just on the Black Ops 4 subreddit complaining about it. And one thing that I even saw today, and I commented on the subreddit a little bit about, is that everybody is even going after Treyarch too. So it's one thing to go after Activision, because Activision is actually the ones making these decisions. They're the ones deciding that they're going to have a Black Ops Pass. They're the ones deciding that they're going to lock these maps behind a pre-order of Black Ops 4. They're the ones causing all of this stuff. But I still see so many people in the community attacking Treyarch for this. And there was even a live stream with Treyarch devs and people, and the whole chat was just filled with negativity towards the Black Ops Pass. I want to be clear with you guys. Treyarch has nothing to do with it. And it just kind of bothers me to see people attacking these developers about it, because it's not warranted. It makes no sense. So before you call me a fanboy or whatever, just say that I'm here just to to suck Treyarch's dick or whatever. No, I'm not here to do that. I am a cynic of Treyarch just as much as everybody. I thought Black Ops 3 wasn't as great as Black Ops 2, and I feel like that Treyarch has made some bad decisions, and I don't agree with everything they do. But one thing I don't agree with is how much hate they're getting about this, because Treyarch aren't the ones having anything to do with this. So if you're gonna go out there and be tweeting at people and tweeting and, you know, making posts on Reddit and stuff, you should make them actually about the people that are actually going to be able to get this changed. Treyarch is not going to be able to do anything about this. Treyarch cannot do anything about this. They work for Activision. Activision owns the Black Ops franchise, and they own all of it. They own the marketing, all of it behind it. All Treyarch can do is just go, yeah, we don't really enjoy this model. That's about it, you know? They're not going to just stand up to their boss and go, no, we're not going to take this, or else they're going to get canned. Just look at the original Infinity Ward. They had problems with Activision, and they kind of stood up against Activision, and what happened? They got canned. They got thrown out of Activision, out of Call of Duty and Infinity Ward, and so they had to go form Respawn with EA, because they were tired of Activision. They were tired of Activision's, you know, schemes and stuff, and so they got canned. Treyarch, they're obviously developers. They're people. They want to have a job. They still want to have a paycheck. They still want to be able to go home at the end of the day and not be unemployed, not have to worry about trying to find, you know, a job and find out where their next meal is going to come from. You know, so obviously Treyarch's not going to do anything stupid and stand up to Activision and be like, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to make this, because they're going to get canned so fast. Activision is the ones pulling the strings here. And yeah, I see a lot of people angry at Activision, but I still see so many people angry at Treyarch. Treyarch literally, like, they can't do anything here. And I've seen comparisons with Infinite Warfare supply drop system versus Black Ops 3's. People are saying, well, yeah, Treyarch still has control over this a little bit. They can still do some things to help out the community and stuff here. They can take their supply drop system and make it good and consumer friendly. Just look at Infinite Warfare's. Infinite Warfare's was so consumer friendly and stuff. And I'll admit, Infinite Warfare supply drop system was probably one of the best ones we've had, just because you could buy every single weapon. You didn't have to just wait, and you didn't have to just hope that you got lucky out of it, and I really appreciated that. But at the same time, Infinite Warfare came out after Black Ops 3. World War II came out after Black Ops 3. So who's to say that Treyarch isn't implementing that same supply drop system into Black Ops 4? Maybe they are. We don't know. So we can quit crapping on Treyarch for it and saying that, oh, Treyarch doesn't care about the community. When in reality, if you guys have watched any of the E3 streams, any of the Treyarch streams, or anything like that, all these Treyarch guys are really passionate about the game. They play their own games, believe it or not. These Treyarch guys will actually go home at the end of the day, and they'll actually play Black Ops 3 when they're making Black Ops 3. You know, they'll go home and they'll be playing their own video games. They're gamers just like us, so obviously they're probably not that happy about this either. They're probably not happy that they gotta pay, you know, for a Black Ops Pass. They're probably not happy that they got to pay for these microtransactions and stuff, or that, you know, if they want this, you know, gun in the game, that they either have to fork over a lot of money for COD points, or they got to grind out the game. So obviously, I'm sure these Treyarch guys are just as upset about it as we are, but like I said, they can't really do much towards Activision. Activision is the one pulling the strings here. Activision controls it, so if you're gonna guys are gonna get mad at somebody, get mad at Activision. If we, you know, obviously the community and the gaming community in general had an effect with EA, and the backlash against EA for Battlefront 2's supply drop system and loot crate stuff, and that was enough for EA to pull it from the game in general. They pulled all the supply drops and stuff, and for you to be able to buy them and stuff, and then they had to rework their whole system because of the backlash. That's what I'm seeing a lot of people are trying to do with Activision, is they're trying to stir up that same backlash that they gave EA, but they're doing it the wrong people. They're directing all this like hate and all this, you know, negativity towards the wrong people. If we're actually going to get something changed, we actually need to focus towards Activision. We need to be putting all this towards Activision, so that way they can notice and see this and make a change. Not Treyarch. Treyarch has nothing to do with it. Infinity Ward has nothing to do with it. Sledgehammer Games has nothing to do with it. It's all Activision. Activision pulls the strings behind this. I'm sure if you talk to almost any Treyarch dev or Sledgehammer dev or Infinity Ward dev, they would love to have free maps, free guns, and all that stuff. Like I said, they're gamers just like us, and they would love that as well. They obviously hear what the community says about this stuff. The community hasn't been happy about this stuff for many, many years now, but, you know, they can't really do much about it. They can't change too much about this whole model. So, I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts on the whole matter. It's kind of been bugging me a little bit, because anytime I go on the Black Ops 4 subreddit, it's literally only talk about the Black Ops Pass. I'm like, can't we talk about other things about the game? You know, can we actually talk about Black Ops 4? Some of the really good things that the game is actually doing, some of the changes that Treyarch is making that are actually really good and really awesome, and actually make the game, it's probably going to turn out really well. But no, if you post anything remotely positive on that subreddit about Black Ops 4, you're going to get downvoted into oblivion because people are going to be, oh, you're a shill, you got paid by Activision, you this, you that, you know, you're a fanboy or whatever. You hate the, you know, you hate Call of Duty and you hate the community and you're just a shill and you're part of the problem and this and that. And it's like, no, okay? We want the same thing. Everybody wants free maps. Nobody wants to be paying for this stuff. Everybody wants it for free. I don't know any person that's like, yeah, I would rather pay for some maps and stuff. I don't want to pay for free. I'd rather, you know, fork over $50. Like, no, everybody would love to save those $50 and put it towards something else, you know? But, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. People have to fork over that money because they're like, okay, fine, I'll do it. But if they had a choice, they wouldn't. And so now is our chance to have a choice, to go back against Activision and to make them change this. So, like I said, my whole kind of goal with this here, just steer all this towards Activision, not Treyarch. Like I said, Treyarch has nothing to do with this. They just do what they're told. And yeah, I don't even know. It's just annoying. It's something that's kind of been bothering me, and I wanted to talk to you guys, my subscribers and the fans and, you know, the community about it, because it's been bugging me, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on all this in the comments down below. What do you guys think of the Black Ops Pass? Of, you know, do you think Treyarch's actually at fault here? I personally don't, as you guys have seen. I don't think Treyarch's at fault almost at all here, but you guys might have a different opinion. Voice that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.